Hey everyone, it's the Horror Hound here back with another video. Um, Today I'll be reviewing Halloween 2018. And yes, I know I said I was going to review the whole entire franchise, but I've been wicked busy with a lot of things, so I haven't had the time to do it. Maybe next year I'll do the whole franchise next October, and maybe that'll work out next year more if I'm less busy. But for today, for the Halloween week, I'll be reviewing the Blumhouse trilogy. I know I should probably add the first movie to this, the original, but I feel like I don't know. I'll just do all three of these movies, and I'll do it like Halloween 2018 kills and it ends on Halloween night or Halloween day, since Halloween will be ending, and I bet a lot of people will be looking forward to that review. Halloween ends because that's really mixed with a lot of fans of the franchise, including myself. But for today, I'll be reviewing 2018, and I remember when this movie was the Halloween movie was in development hell. It it like had a lot of titles like Halloween Returns, and that was canceled. And then that's when 2018 Halloween was just called 2018, which is kind of weird. It should have been a different name because now you'd be mixed on which movies you'll be talking about. Now you gotta say Halloween 2018, so we know what movie we're gonna talk about. But this movie, I remember when it was announced, and I was like, I was 18 years old at the time, and I was wicked excited because I was really looking forward to seeing Michael on the big screen, and I kind of got my wish. I thought when Halloween Returns was canceled, I was like, oh no, there's not going to be another. I bet there won't be another movie. And then that's when the trailer came out. Well, first, that's when Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode, returned that, said or announced in 2018 that she was returning to the franchise, to the movies. That got me excited too because I like Laurie Strode as a character. Well, it was kind of like they're gonna do a whole new. They were doing a whole new timeline 40 years later, and I thought that was interesting because it's 20 years later, and I thought maybe how is it going to be like 40 years later? But then the part was that they ignored the whole. Obviously, they ignored the whole other movies. It started fresh and had Laurie Strode become like some type of person that was awaiting Michael's return, or awaiting Michael Myers to escape again. So that's what her character in this timeline is going through, where she has trauma, but it was 40 years ago after Michael Myers murdered, all her friends, and then coming after her, and obviously that might be traumatic for someone. But like 40 years later, and you're putting yourself in a fortress, and you're guarding yourself, and you have all your weapons, and you have your underground bunker and stuff. And I'm like, and I was kind of when I was hesitant when I saw the trailer, when it was knowing that Laurie Strode is going to be that type of character, like a badass character with guns, and awaiting Michael Myers to come get her. So that's what kind of baffled me a little bit. Like, why would Laurie Strode be this protective or be this vigilant about what's going to happen, or face a fate, like the title of the movie is Face a Fate, and she thinks, oh, it's my fate to be with Michael Myers, or to kill him, or to have this showdown again. So like I kind of like the premise, but it's just like, I don't know. 40 years later, it's I wouldn't think she would make that big of a deal to make Michael Myers come after her, or to face off with Michael again. So that kind of, I don't know. I liked it. I wasn't gonna complain though, because it means that Jamie Lee Curtis was coming back as Laurie, and I kind of think, well, that's gonna be good, but it's just the way they handled that character in that movie. I don't know, but it was good to see her back, and I did like the movie. I thought it was really good. I liked Michael in it. I think James Jude Courtney, who plays Michael Myers in this, really shows his mannerisms and how he walks and how he stalks and how he, goes for the kill. Nick Castle was in it as well, the original actor. I think it was some shots where he was probably standing or stalking the victims or the people who Michael was going after. So in this movie really gave the Halloween feel, had the decorations and everything, had really good cinematography, especially at night. I think the cinematography was gorgeous, and I think David Gordon Green's direction of the movie, which is the director, I think he really did good with John Carpenter producing and stuff, and Jamie Lee Curtis also producing. I think David Gordon Green really showed his directing chops at a horror movie, because he's usually a comedy director. But I think there was some humor in it, but it didn't really sit well with me as much. It was kind of funny at times, but when I was seeing it in the theater, I was just really excited to see Michael, and I wasn't really paying attention to the humor as much, because I was just really excited to catch a glimpse of the whole Halloween atmosphere in the theater. So, also, I think the characters worked well. I think, Laurie Strode's family in the movie, I think it worked well, and I think it really gave a, I don't know, sense of balance. Laurie Strode has a family now, and he's going to protect her family at all costs as well. So I think that's really, really good character driven with Laurie Strode having a family. I think Laurie's granddaughter Allison was good in it. I think she had a good character arc in it. I think she really was not into the Michael Myers thing, but I think she was really close to her grandmother, Laurie Strode. So whenever Laurie Strode would freak out or would have an episode saying, "Oh, I looked at the boogeyman." There was a perfect scene where Laurie Strode was in front of the security gates and watching Michael leave in the bus. She does that perfect scream that she always did. So I kind of don't really like her ways of coping with alcoholism and stuff. I liked her in age 20 better in the 20 years later timeline, but I think it was pretty funny the way she just goes to meet her family in I think a restaurant or something, and she drinks Ray's wine, which is Karen's husband. The way she dealt with alcoholism was kind of a little funny. She just stole Ray's drink and stuff, and she was just like, oh, and she had really good lines, Laurie Strode. Kind of off topic of what I was talking about with the other scene, but there was a line where she said, "Oh, I saw the shape and I wanted to kill him," and the way she delivers that line is really good. There's really good lines here and good moments in this movie that kind of felt like the original a little bit. So I gotta say this movie was pretty good though. I really liked it, and there was some really dumb moment. See, I'm getting back to the dumb moments now. I gotta talk about the negatives. That's what I gotta do first. There was a negative where there was a doctor, Michael's doctor, Dr. Sartain, I think, and then he wears Michael's mask, and he was the one who put Michael and Laurie Strode together. So Michael wasn't originally coming after Laurie Strode again. He was going after babysitters, as he usually does, or other people or other victims that he just kills anybody in his way. I like how he's a mystery in this movie. He's killing with no motive or nothing. He's just killing. He's like a killing machine, and he's just doing it. So there's no brother and sister element to it. He's just doing it. So like Michael wasn't gonna come after Laurie, but then this doctor, this crazy fucking doctor, which I didn't like his character at all, says, "Oh, I'm gonna put Michael Myers and Laurie Strode together because it's gonna be a fucking reunion." And I'm like, in the theater, I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, who is this guy?" Like, I don't know. It kind of irked me a little bit. Like, what is this guy's problem? And Laurie Strode's, there was a line that Laurie Strode said, like, "Oh, you're the new Loomis," and I'm like, "Oh, you're never gonna be the new Loomis, man." Like that line was, well, it was funny, but it was just like, when you find out what Dr. Sartain is gonna do, it's like he wears this mask and he makes Laurie and Michael cross paths, and I'm like, okay, movie, that's where we're gonna go, huh? So yeah, that was a really negative. I didn't like, but they kind of quickly got rid of that character, which was the greatest kill in the movie, was Michael Myers squashing Dr. Sartain's head after, before he says say something, and obviously Michael doesn't say anything, but in the beginning of the movie as well, when the two reporters were showing the mask to Michael, and Michael, that scene was amazing. That really gave me goosebumps on what the movie's going to be about and what this movie's going to deliver. So I think this movie is gonna always will be in my watch list. I love all the Halloween movies anyway because I'm a fan, obviously, but sometimes they're divisive and sometimes they're not good. But I always watch them because I can't hate them, even though some of them are trash. But this movie was the good ones, and I was really happy that this movie made a bunch of money because that was the highest grossing Halloween movie ever made. So I really liked that. Like, all the fans came together to see this and see Michael return and stuff, and see Laurie Strode return. So that's what I loved about this movie, is kind of like going back to the back not back to basics, but like back to what Michael really is just a mysterious killing machine. That's what this movie delivered, I think. So I give this a 10 out of 10. I would say this movie is. I really just loved how they made Michael, not that Michael lost his way, but they made him scary again, even more scary in this movie, I would say. The mask was incredible as well. The aged mask was, I never thought I would see that in a Halloween movie, an aged Michael Myers mask, but here we are, and they really delivered on it. They made it like the 1978 mask, but they just withered it. They gave it all like scratches and stuff, and like worn out. The latex is all worn down and everything, and it just looked. I think it looked good on. I think it just looked good. So that would be my review for Halloween 2018, and also the ending of the movie. When I walked out in the theater, I thought maybe, is this the end of Michael? Like, they trapped him in the house with the fire burning. It's at the end. I think the third act was incredible too. But like, then I bought the movie on DVD and I watched the end credits, and I didn't realize that there was breathing in the background after the end credits because I didn't stay in the theater to hear the breathing. So that's when I knew Michael was coming back. He's gonna make another movie, which is Halloween Kills, which I'll review and post it probably tomorrow. So that's my review for now for 2018, and leave a like and all that, and subscribe and everything. And yeah, leave a comment and tell me what you think of this movie. This is the Hound signing out. Bye.